Serenity, a city that never sleeps. A city filled with ambition, noise, and endless movement. But for Liam, serenity was anything but peaceful. He sat in a quiet cafe, his fingers wrapped around a cup of coffee that had long gone cold. His mind? A maze of endless thoughts. Did I say the wrong thing at work? Am I even on the right path in life? Over and over. The same questions, the same doubts. Across from him, Tina scrolled through her phone, effortlessly balancing work and life, or so it seemed. She glanced up, noticing Liam lost in his thoughts. "You're overthinking again, aren't you?" she asked, her voice light yet knowing. Liam sighed. He wished he could switch off his thoughts, just for a moment. How does she do it? How does she stay so calm? Tina leaned in, her eyes filled with understanding. I don't. I struggle too. But here's what I've learned: we need to figure out how to stop letting our thoughts control us. Otherwise, we'll never truly live. And just like that, their journey began. The next day, Liam and Tina met at the parcone of the rare, quiet places in the city. The air was fresh, the sound of rustling leaves almost meditative. Tina had been doing some reading. The first step to overcoming overthinking, she announced, is awareness. Liam raised an eyebrow. Awareness? I'm already aware that my mind won't shut up. Tina chuckled. Not just awareness, awareness without judgment. Instead of fighting your thoughts, just observe them, like clouds passing in the sky. Liam closed his eyes, taking a deep breath. At first, his thoughts rushed in endless worries, unfinished tasks, regrets. But instead of reacting, he simply noticed them. And then, something strange happened. For the first time in a long while, his mind felt just a little quieter. Tina grinned. See? Small progress. Liam opened his eyes, feeling a sense of hope. Maybe, just maybe, he could change. Days passed, and Liam found himself catching his thoughts more often. It wasn't easy, but he was trying. One evening, as the sun set over the city skyline, he sat with Tina, watching the sky turn shades of gold and crimson. The world was beautiful, yet his mind still felt restless. Even if I notice my thoughts, Liam admitted, I still can't stop worrying. I feel like I need to control everything. Tina nodded, staring at the horizon. That's another trap, thinking we have control over everything. But in reality, most things in life are unpredictable. We can only control how we react. Liam frowned. So you're saying I should just let go? Tina smiled, her voice soft yet certain. Let go of what you can't change. The moment you accept uncertainty, you free yourself from the illusion of control. Liam wasn't fully convinced yet, but as the city lights flickered on and the world around him moved forward, he realized something. Maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to control everything. Maybe he could finally start living? Liam sat alone in his apartment, staring at the ceiling. His mind was relentless, playing the same thoughts on repeat. What if I said the wrong thing? What if my future isn't what I hoped for? What if... It was exhausting. He was exhausted. Frustrated, he picked up his phone and called Tina. I can't do this. The more I try to let go, the more trapped I feel. Minutes later, Tina arrived, tossing a book onto the table. Liam, your mind is like a hamster wheel, it keeps spinning, but you're not going anywhere. You need to break the loop. Liam looked at the book. The Power of Now, he sighed. And how exactly do I do that? Tina smirked. Simple. The next time your thoughts take over, don't fight them, change your state. Stand up, take a walk, do push-ups, anything to physically disrupt the loop. Liam was skeptical. But that night, when his mind started spiraling, he did something different. He dropped to the floor and did 10 push-ups. It felt stupid at first, but then the thoughts stopped. For the first time, he disrupted the cycle. Maybe, just maybe, this was the way forward. A week later, Liam and Tina found themselves sitting cross-legged in a meditation class. The instructor's voice was calm, steady. Overthinking is fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to understand it. Liam tensed. Fear? Was that what had been holding him hostage all along? After class, Tina let out a deep breath. I realized something today. Overthinking is my way of trying to control everything because, deep down, I'm afraid I'll never be enough. Liam looked at her, surprised. You? But you always seem so confident. Tina let out a small laugh, but there was no humor in it. That's just the surface. The truth is, I overthink my career, my relationships, everything. But today, I ask myself, what if I just trust that I am enough as I am? Her words lingered in the air, heavy and real. Liam swallowed hard. What if all his overthinking was just fear, whispering lies? And what if, for the first time, he didn't have to listen? Determined to take action, Liam and Tina created a challenging week without overthinking. The rules were simple. 1. If a thought isn't useful, let it go. 2. If a decision takes more than a few minutes, just choose and move on. 3. If fear creeps in, take action instead of thinking. On the first day, Liam caught himself overanalyzing a text he was about to send. What if they misunderstand? But then he remembered the rule. He hit send without rereading. Nothing bad happened. Tina, on the other hand, forced herself to make a major work decision in 10 minutes instead of agonizing over it for days. By day 3, something incredible happened. They felt lighter. Decisions felt easier. Life felt freer. Liam looked at Tina as they walked through the city. Could it really be this simple? Just not engaging with the thoughts? Tina smiled. Maybe the secret to peace isn't in solving every thought. Maybe it's in choosing not to entertain them at all. And for the first time in their lives, they finally felt free. By the 4th day of their no overthinking challenge, Liam felt a shift. He was making quicker decisions. His mind was quieter. But then, life threw a test his way. At work, his boss called him in. Liam, there's an important presentation tomorrow. The client wants fresh ideas. I need you to lead it. Liam's stomach twisted. Me? Led? What if I mess up? What if they hate my ideas? The old voices in his mind started screaming, demanding attention. Then he remembered the rule. Overthinking changes nothing. Action does. He inhaled deeply, forced a nod, and said, Got it. I'll be ready. Meanwhile, Tina faced her own test. A long-awaited email arrived. A job offer. One she had dreamed about but never believed she'd actually get. Her mind raced. Is this the right move? What if I regret it? What if... But then she stopped. What if just this unsesh trusted herself? That night, she made her choice. She accepted the job. No hesitation, no doubts. Little did they know, the real test was yet to come. The morning of the presentation, Liam felt his hands shake as he adjusted his tie. His mind whispered, what if you freeze? What if they hate your ideas? What if you fail? But this time, he didn't argue with the thoughts. He didn't fight them. He simply let them pass. In the boardroom, the executives waited. The client sat at the head of the table, eyes on him. Liam took a deep breath and started. He didn't focus on being perfect. He didn't worry about impressing them. He just spoke, naturally, passionately. And when he finished, silence. A moment later, the client smiled. Brilliant ideas, Liam. I'm impressed. His boss clapped him on the back. Great job. I knew you had it in you. Liam barely believed it. For the first time, he had acted without overthinking, and it paid off. At the same time, Tina's decision to take the job felt right. No regret. No second guessing. For the first time, They both felt in control of their lives, but life had one more lesson left for them. That night, as Liam lay in bed, something strange happened. The old voices returned. What if they were just being polite? What if they actually hated my presentation? What if I just got lucky? He tossed and turned, frustration rising. And then Tina called. "Liam, I'm freaking out. What if I made the wrong decision? What if I fail?" Liam sat up. "Wait, we're doing it again, aren't we?" Tina sighed. "Overthinking? Yeah, but I don't know how to stop." Silence. Then Liam whispered, "Maybe we don't stop. Maybe we just keep choosing action over thought every single time. Maybe that's the real answer." Tina exhaled. "So we don't need to be perfect. We just need to keep going?" Liam smiled. "Exactly. Because the truth was, overthinking would always try to creep in. But now, they had the power to walk away from it." A week had passed since Liam's big presentation, since Tina's bold decision, since they had challenged themselves to stop overthinking and start living. They met at their usual cafe, but this time, something felt different. Liam stirred his coffee, lost in thought, but not the kind that consumed him. This time, it was different. "You know what's crazy?" he finally said. "A month ago, I would have spent hours replaying that presentation in my head. Now, I barely think about it." Tina leaned back, smiling. "Same. I used to overanalyze every little decision. But now I realize I don't have to. I trust myself more." Liam looked out the window at the city's serenity. It had always felt overwhelming, chaotic. But today, it just felt like life. "We spent so much time trying to control our thoughts," he murmured. "But maybe we never had to." Tina nodded. "Maybe the secret to peace isn't in fixing every thought. Maybe it's in choosing which ones deserve our attention." A comfortable silence settled between them. For the first time in a long time, neither of them needed to overthink that moment. They simply existed in it. Liam smiled. "So what's next?" Tina grinned, lifting her coffee cup. "Simple. We live. We stop thinking so much and start experiencing life as it happens." And for the first time, they truly meant it. Because letting go didn't mean losing control. It meant finally gaining it. And just like that, their journey wasn't about fighting their minds anymore. It was about trusting life